Hi, welcome to my channel. I appreciate it. My name is Ashley Lomax. I am a student at Full Sail and my major is music business. This video is technically for my excellent component IMK project, but in reality, this is probably one of the smarter things I could do at this time. So let me give you a little backstory on myself and then I'll explain what we're going to be doing on this channel. So I'm a singer-songwriter. I have my own publishing company. I've been doing that for about 10, 11 years. I also host a podcast on SoundCloud called The Ashley Alexander Show. I've been doing that for about a year and some change now. And the intention with that was to interview friends and family and artists of all genres about how they got where they are, why they enjoy the profession that they do, and obviously some politics. So it's like a weird blend of like Inside the Actor Studio and The Daily Show, but with tons of music involved. And I'm also a part of an album review show on YouTube called The Unnamed Music Show. So what has been happening is I've been getting a lot of questions from people over time of exactly what it is that I do and how it is that I got there per se. So one of the things that's going on that has changed is I am currently on tour. I have been on tour since June of 2016. So this entire summer I haven't been home to sing, to podcast, to album review show. I will pretty much discuss some things that I learned from the tours. I will not discuss in detail what tour I am presently on because contractually that makes no sense. Now that the first tour I did this summer is over, I can get a little more into that. But you'll not really catch any gossip or anything on this channel. This is more of an informational situation. So outside of singing, one of the things that I do occupationally is I'm a VIP coordinator. And what that entails is that normally on a major tour, there is some sort of VIP package that is the option to buy with a ticket. And some of them come with a hospitality room, food and drink and beverages. Some of them come with gift bags of merch, of laminates, of special edition things. Every tour does it differently. Over the years, for about 4 or 5 years, I have locally on the East Coast between New York and Maryland done VIP assistant work. Last fall, I got my very first tour as a VIP road rep on Janet Jackson. And then this summer is when I got one as a VIP coordinator or as a lead, and which led into the tour that I'm presently on. I will say the tour that I just finished was incredible. The tour that I'm on right now is absolutely amazing. One of the things that you can do if you would like to see my travels is you can go on Instagram to @BatBuddha. Flies like a bat, meditate like Buddha. @BatBuddha. I have this little token that I take around on tour with me around the world, really. And every city, every day, I take a picture of him with someone doing something or something like that. And it's kind of been the trend as of yet. This is my buddy. We live and function and work together. And he's very much more popular than me now these days. So a lot of the things you'll probably hear on this video are about my travels, where I've been, where I'm headed, and where he's gone. Because he's normally the $1,000,000 question is, who took a picture of that Buddha today? But first things first. I've acknowledged that I've seen a lot of things. I know I've networked and met a lot of people. I also acknowledge that I am presently in school online while on a tour. And a lot of people, students and graduates alike, have asked me how I've been doing so. And my grades aren't faltering or anything. Everything is going great. I have pretty good time management about it all. So today on my video, because as the weeks go, this is going to get a little different and topics are going to change. But this week, I'm going to get into rules and tips for the road. when it comes to working in an office, and when it comes to travel, and when it comes to being a leader or a boss to others. First things first, I have just left Toronto and Montreal, which was amazing. And I got some poutine. I went and saw the CN Tower. I played a lot of Drake. And now I'm presently in New York City. One of the things that I've realized, and it took me a very long time to accept this, is one of the questions I used to ask myself a lot as an artist is, why am I stuck? Why am I learning all this new information every day, but not figuring out how to exactly apply it? And the first thing that I had to do, and the first thing that you need to do as well, is to be self-aware of your skill set. Plenty of people know what they're good at. Plenty of people know what they're bad at. But that doesn't mean that they accept it. And it took me a very long time to accept what I was good at in regards to personable skills, in regards to communication with others, in regards to being social, in regards to my creativity and how that is projected to others. And so I always was a person who never wanted to go to school just to get a degree in something because monetarily it made, it made a lot of money. I didn't want to go to college for a particular major to please somebody but myself. I found it really hard for a long time as a singer to figure out really how to make an income. And I also had a really hard time figuring out how I was going to network the people that I met to the things that I had done. So one of the things that is best is to get a list of personality traits and a detailed list of a various list of personality traits, any major adjective, and to check off on this checklist which ones apply to you, good and bad. No resume is ever going to lie for who you are when they meet you. I could say all day that I am a mathematician and come into a job that's in the finance world and mess up everything. All of that could have been different if I had honestly said, I'm great with people. I, know how to communicate, but I'm not the best when it comes to accounting, or I'm not the best when it comes to money, or whatever the case may be. You may think that you're going to lose the situation by being honest, but most times you kind of get the situation because you were honest. So I'm one of those people that I make it very clear whenever I have something coming up and it's VIP or something like that. I love working in an office with people because it's quiet and I have a space to organize. But I can't spend every day like that. I'll talk your ear off. I've got to see people. I've got to go outside of here and entertain, if you will. I need a space to entertain. I need a space to make you feel as excited as I am about going to see this show in 2 hours or so. After a while of really accepting what you bring to a company and what you bring to a situation or any partnership in really any degree, it makes things easier on yourself when it comes to researching jobs, when it comes to looking at the qualifications for jobs, because a lot of times you'd be surprised how much you really don't lack in getting a job. And sometimes you may wonder why someone got the job and you didn't. And it could have been their absolute honesty or their awareness of their skill set. Out of 10 things listed that you need, I've got 8, and that means I've only got to learn the 2. You know what I mean? So there's different ways to go about it. But being self-aware of your skill set and accepting that is probably the first thing that I will say will make all the difference in anything that you do, no matter what job, no matter what interview or resume or whatsoever that may be. Over time, we're going to get into how I'm time managing school, and work. My backgrounds will change, obviously, as time goes by. But every week, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to give you a little bit of insight into what at least I've learned. Another thing that also has helped is knowing people that have been in the industry for some time, for them to give me pointers and insight scoops on how to pack correctly and how to live on a bus with people and how to manage living away from family and friends and whomever for an allotted amount of time. It's been a beautiful experience, this past couple of years. It's been an incredible job experience that I've had so far. And the one thing that I will say, and the one thing that is very important that you should take away today until we get to next week and really get into some certain things about the road, is any real job that you want, you realize you can actually get it. I see now so many people happy and because they're getting a paycheck, but miserable at how they're getting one. I think the $1,000,000 thing that drives us all away from the thing that we really want to do is absolute fear. But nobody feels impressed about the fact that they failed at all. You've got to take into account all your wins and you've got to take into account all your failures. Those are the trial and errors that make the type of person that you are. And a lot of people are so hung up and so stuck on the positivities that they forget the challenges and the failures that got them there. Does not make you a failure. It means that this occurrence did not go successfully. That's all. It did not go successfully this time. There is a way to change that and to change things into being successful most of the time. If you get things to be successful all of the time, kudos to you, but we do not live in a perfect world, and I do not choose to live a lie that we do. But the one thing I can say, and the one thing that you in particular should walk with knowing, is that no matter what you do, if you research and network and communicate correctly, you really can get the job you want. You really can do what you want, as long as you intend to not harm another person. You know what I mean? That it's very hard to see people live their life a way that they don't have to. And I'm at least going to talk to you a little bit about how to do what you can to live the way that you want to. It is not some coincidence that I've at least figured out a way to be happy with school and happy with work and happy with my day-to-day life. It is not some offered fortunate blessing because my family is whomever that I'm in the position that I am in. Hard work and merit really do truly play. And it was not this easy for a very long time. And that's what we're going to get into. But thank you so much for checking me out today. I appreciate it. You can check me out on Instagram at BatBuddha and on the channel. And every week during this class, I will have something to let you know or to inform you about. And as the time goes by, you don't know. I'm prone. You might get a surprise guest on here on the Ask a Professional. That's how we kind of do it on the podcast. And if you are very interested in the interviews that I have done before with people in various fields, make sure to go to SoundCloud, type in the Working Class channel, and the Ashley Alexander Show should be there. And take your pick. I've interviewed comedians. I've interviewed musicians. I've interviewed philanthropists. I've interviewed athletes. I've interviewed all different types of people who were just willing to just have a normal conversation with me and talk about how they got there. And you'll see the trends over time between this channel and other things that I do exactly of what most people do for their work and what people do to make themselves happy and how they got there. So thank you so much for the time today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I will see you next week. By next week, I should probably be in Atlanta, Miami, somewhere around there. I'll let you know for sure. Hopefully I'll be at a beach, and then we can do all this fun at the beach. But you guys have a great night, wherever you are. Thank you for watching. My name is Ashley Lomax, and I will see you soon.